Test. Okay. Here. Refresh. Bear with me as I set up my computers. Like the way I'm doing it now, I pretty much have to do it once I go live. So that one will probably take longer. This one will probably be quicker. Dun, 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 da, 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 dun. Welcome to Sports Talk Tuesday and miscellaneous packs opening. We're gonna open up 7 packs of cards today, and our welcome to the new week Tuesday. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I'll give you an update on just a second as far as what's gone on this week in the channel. In case you are wondering, get this here. Let me get that going. Get over here. Nobody in the chat yet, so I'm safe. People should be getting the notifications. And we'll just go to town. So we've got 1 person watching, 2 thumbs up so far. There we go. That one's loading up. This is loading up. No active viewers yet in the chat, but things are loading up. Looks like my computer is the first one to go in sync with everything. Live chat. Live chat, live chat. The chat's up. Sorry, I'm just mumbling anyway. St. Louis Cardinals fan and Blue Jays fan. How you doing there, brother? Thanks for popping in here, Ryan. Appreciate you being here. All right. That's what I got to check for sure real quick while we're waiting for people to show up. Let me see what my channel member status is this month. As soon as that loads up. And my Patreons. Let me go here quick to the Patreon page if it'll load up right away for me. We're back, creators. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. So I may have to take off momentarily. We're expecting a call from the hospital, from the scheduling department for my wife's surgery for tomorrow. So apparently now when we finally thought after all today waiting for the phone call to come in, they said they start calling people at 2 o'clock. And I'm like, okay. So my missus is going to knock on the door. If I get a knock on the door, I will take off for a moment for sure. Okay. Let me go with, let's see, analytics. Not that so much. Get the monetization figures here. See what we're looking at here. Let's see, memberships. Okay. So yes, St. Louis Cardinals fan and my wife are the only 2 channel members. So that is a good stop there. So I will I'll make sure those entries are in the analytics for my current revenue status. I go back 3 months just to see if I'm getting close to getting the paycheck this month. Getting closer. Getting closer. I got $91 in my account. That's pretty good. Let me get back to comments for that. Back to the live chat. St. Louis Cardinals fan is still here. Let me get into my giveaway for March. And I think I've got Yeah. Let me get my wife and let me get you in here. All right. Get that copied. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to edit that because that's going to be too long. You got to quit changing your name on me there, St. Louis Cardinals fan. 1990. I'm just going to do that. St. Louis Cardinals fan 1990 for the Wheel of Names. Just so you do know, okay, Ryan? All right. All right. Okay, I've got your entries, everybody's entries. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got those. Everything's up to date. Gonna save this. We have 31 entries for the month of March. We got Faith Family Sports, Brian McClemens, my wife, St. Louis Cardinals fan, Robert Hain, and Big Ray's Ball Cards and Auctions on the Wheel of Names. So boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. Let me get back into our chat here. Parker Car Brakes, yo brother, hope you're having a blessed day. We are having a good day so far. Like I mentioned to Ryan, and now I'll mention to you, Parker Car Brakes, we are here for a Tuesday stream. Gonna open up some cards. Gonna open up this 1992 baseball upper deck. 2 packs of Conlan collection, and 1 pack of that, 2 packs of this, and 4 packs of Babe Ruth collection. See if I can put some more single Babe Ruth card back in my Hall of Fame collection for Babe Ruth. All right, I do have the complete Conlan collection, so this is just to see if I can get some Hall of Famers out of here for my Hall of Fame collection. And then some of these cards will go into another project I'm working on, along with the Babe Ruths. I do have the complete Babe Ruth set in my collection also. So other than that, Boom Slang, yo, what's up everyone? Boom Slang's in the house. So if anyone's hanging out, if I do get a knock on my door back here, if I get a knock on my door, that means my wife needs my assistance as we talk to the hospital for the scheduling tomorrow, so we make sure we get there on time and go for all that for tomorrow. Okay? So other than that, and my stream won't be super long. Maybe we might get the stream done before I get the knock on the door. We'll see. Sorry, change name my YouTube. Oh yeah, I know that. That's fine there. St. Louis Cardinals fan, 1990, and Blue Jays fan. That's okay. You can do that. At least I know who you are, so I'll just put St. Louis Cardinals fan, 1990, on the Wheel of Names. That way it's not too big. Because if it goes too big on the space, it gives you 2 entries for a super long channel name. So as long as I abbreviate it and I know who it is, that's good. Yeah, all 1,320 Conlan cards, yes. One of these days I'm going to get them put into a binder so that I can show the binders in the channel, that's for sure. So other than that, we're going to wait probably 2 or 3 more minutes here, and then we'll get into our content at hand. Nothing new and late breaking that I'd seen. Uh-oh. So they extended the deadline to today, but let me read you something real quick. It says, MLB Lockout will postpone 2022 opening day. Rob Manfred announces today. It says, the 2022 Major League Baseball season will not start on time, according to Commissioner Rob Manfred. I had hoped against hope that I would not have to have this particular press conference in which I'm going to cancel some of the regular season games, Manfred said here Tuesday afternoon. With opening day less than a month away, this sets up for the first disruption to the MLB regular season from a work stoppage since 1994 and 1995 strike. On the 90th day of an owner-implemented lockout, the ninth straight day of in-person bargaining, the League and Union were unable to reach a mutually tolerable collective bargaining agreement. A full package proposal made by MLB before its own self-imposed deadline was rejected by the union, which did not see a point in countering what they were told as the best and final offer. So it says MLB initially identified Monday as the deadline to get a deal done that would ensure an on-time start to the season. Opening day had been scheduled for March 31st after a super condensed ramp-up ahead of the 2020 restart resulted in an uptick of injuries. The league reasoned that at least 4 weeks were needed for spring training, drawing a hard deadline at February 28th. Or at least that was the explanation behind the threat made both publicly and privately to start canceling games and refuse to reschedule them or pay players for them if the two sides could not reach an accord by then. With the season ostensibly on the line, the two sides met for over 16 hours, well into Tuesday morning, ending close enough by the MLB's estimation to stave off disaster and try again in the daylight. MLB left expectations and concerns about large gaps on core economic issues. So those were thrown into sharp relief as tensions rose when the parties reconvened on Tuesday. After 2.5 hours of meeting with player representatives, the union delivered an oral offer. On the critical competitive balance, the union's proposed thresholds are 2022, $238 million, 2023, $244 million, and so on and so forth to 2026 to $263 million. The league delivered its self-prescribed last best proposal to the union after 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In it, the MLB didn't budge from its earlier CBT offer. In the early hours of Tuesday morning, it would set the threshold at $220 million for the first 3 seasons and elevate only to $230 for 2026 on the bonus pool for pre-arbitration and so on and so forth. So it looks like now, as it stands, until they come to their agreement and have the full month of spring training, it looks like we'll be well into March for the start, more into April for the start of the season. So that is the current update for that. So that is a quick down and dirty sports talk Tuesday. That's why I'm doing these sports talk Tuesdays, kind of, as they go over when we think we might see baseball starting. So without that in mind, that's where we stand. Got a sale tonight. If you got time, Donald, I'll have to see. I got a busy schedule today, and then tomorrow I got to take my wife to the hospital. We don't know what time we have to get there in the morning. It might be in the wee hours of the morning to get there in time for her schedule. It just depends on, we haven't found out yet when she is scheduled. Are we live? Hello all. Yes, we're live there, Fanatic Card Guru. Hi, Randy Parker. Randy Parker Card Breaks. Randy. All right there, Randy. I think Ryan just told me your first name. Now I know. Hey, everyone. Crossover Paranormal Society. How you doing there, John? Thanks for popping into the stream here. Appreciate you being here. So, yes. So, we do have, like I said, we got 31 entries for the month of March for the new March giveaway. And so far, we're going to go with one giveaway so far. It's going to be this guy right here. This Milwaukee Brewers Topps Tribute number 28 of 99. Ryan Braun, outfielder, Topps Tribute, Topps Certified card. Okay, double relic. It's a double white piece of relic here. Again, 28 out of 99. If we get over 100 entries, I'll get another entry into the giveaway. We're going with one so far. We'll just see how the wheel progresses. Again, you can always enter by throwing in a super chat into the stream. Every dollar increment gets you an entry. So if you do a $1 super chat, you get one entry. If you do a $5 super chat, that gives you 5 entries on the wheel. Okay, if you're a channel member or a Patreon member, but just give you a heads up, if you join this month, you won't be eligible till the April drawing when I get the payment from YouTube or Patreon. Okay, usually on the first of the month is when my payments will post. So if you join this month for Patreon, you'll get a package. You'll get a package in April, because the payment won't post till my account till the following month. But super chats get you instant entries. And St. Louis Cardinals fan and Blue Jays fan just did a $10 super chat. So, St. Louis Cardinals fan just got 10 entries. That's going to bump us up to 41. Get your entries in here, Ryan. Appreciate that. Yep, a bunch of dinging. 10 bells for that one. Let me get your 10 entries in here, along with your channel members entry that I just put in a second ago. Got to verify those. There we go. There's 6. Copy 4 more. All right, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and 2 more. Good. Boom. All right. We now have 43 entries in the Wheel of Names. There we go. We're halfway through the first tier for the month. Halfway through the first tier of the month. So here, I'm going to set this off to the side. We'll leave this here this month, and we will add to it as we get more entries in the Wheel of Names. All right. So thank you, Ryan, for that. Get this saved really quick here for the month of March, in case my system crashes or we lose power or something of that nature. So other than that, let me get back to the chat. Appreciate that, Ryan. And you guys get a chance, check out his channel. I know he does live streams and videos sometimes and posts them up on his. But we will open these up in this order. I'm going to open up this pack first. Conlan collection, then the Babe Ruth, as we talk baseball along the way. Thanks, Ryan. Actually, let me get a drink of water real quick before we get into the next phase here. But thank you, St. Louis Cardinals fan, 1990, and Blue Jays fan. Okay. Let's get into this. What's it say on the back of this one? Collect Upper Deck's 9-card 10 Williams Baseball Heroes. Set randomly inserted in these specially marked packs. And then we can also find one of 2,500 personally autographed Ted Williams cards. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I have never found a Ted Williams autograph card in these. So you never know. One of these times in these streams, we will probably eventually have a chance of maybe getting a Ted Williams personally autographed card. The card hologram combination is a trademark of the Upper Deck 1991 Upper Deck Company. All rights reserved. Printed in the USA. This pack contains a random assortment of cards from our low number series cards 1 through 700. It does say just down here, boom, nothing new there per se. So let's see with our first pack here if we find anything good in it. And then move my trash can here, so I've got a spot to push, to put. They definitely make these like child-proofed and stuff. There we go. I call it like a combination of foil/plastic type covering of some sorts, if you know what I mean. There we go. We've got a Diamond Skills Best Right-Handed Pitcher, Roger Clemens. Get my handy-dandy little Hall of Fame cheat sheet up here. Roger Clemens. Mike Mussina. There's a Hall of Famer. Clemens hasn't made it in yet, but there's a Hall of Famer. We scooch these over here out of the way for now. But we do have a Hall of Famer so far, Mike Mussina. Star player, Rafael Belliard with the Braves. Joe Klink with the Athletics. Who's Joe Klink talking to there? I don't know for sure off the top of my head. There's Joe Klink, the picture. It must have been somebody from, the catcher came out to talk to him on the mound. That's what that picture is. All right, next we've got Shane Mack with the Twins. Mickey Morandi with the Phillies. Got a John Kruk with the Philadelphia Phillies. Terry Shumpert with the Royals. Oops. Sorry, I'm dropping cards everywhere. Charlie Hayes with the Phillies. Willie Wilson with the Athletics. We've got a boom hit for me coming up here. Vince Coleman with the New York Mets. And yeah, I seen this on it's a Cal Ripken Jr. signing. It looks like either a poster or a probably a poster. It's got his name on the top. Pretty cool. It's a nice Cal Ripken Jr. card, that's for sure. That one will go into my Cal Ripken Jr. collection. What card number is that one? 165. Okay. Then we got a Seattle Mariner. And this one is a Dave Fleming with the Seattle Mariners. So our first Seattle Mariners sighting. Okay. That guy over there. All right, we'll put a Seattle Mariner up here for me. Then we've got Collector's Choice. This is an artist rendering of Rob Dibble with the Cincinnati Reds checklist. Got Barry Larkin in there on the checklist. Barry Larkin. All right, and then last but not least, Jim Lyritz. See everyone around the channels. 2-week surgery checkup tomorrow. I'm still very sore. All right there, David. You take care. Behave yourself. Good thing you're going to have your checkup tomorrow. I'll be thinking of you, and make sure you keep my wife and me in your prayers, especially my wife. She's the one having the surgery tomorrow. But keep her in your prayers if you can. Thank you there, Dave. David, we'll see you around the channels, okay? So Jim Larritz with the New York Yankees. All right. So let's put this card here. Let me set that up a little bit more. Put that there. The Roger Clemens, the only other batter player there that I saw. And then, of course, a Cal Ripken Jr. and a Mike Mussina. Hall of Famer cards. Along with one Seattle Mariner, Dave Fleming, in the mix. Okay. Refresh the chat real quick, and we'll move into our first of our Conlan cards here. See if we find some Hall of Famers in here. Things of that nature. It says 20,000 instant winners, but I don't know if we found any of those instant winner cards, if they would count. The cards in the 1992 set are numbered 331 to 660. The 1991 set was numbered 1 through 330. Over the next several years, new editions will be issued annually featuring different photographs from the collection. Read you the back of this real quick before we do open this pack here. Again, this is 15 cards from the Conlan collection. Okay, this is the second year they did this set. It took place over a couple of years. I think it was 5 years altogether, as far 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, about 5 years. I think the last year has a shorter set to make the complete set, but I do have the complete Conlan collection. So Charles Martin Conlan was the greatest baseball photographer of his time. From 1905 to 1942, he combined his love of the sport with his skillful use of speed Graflex camera to immortalize images of many baseball's greatest players. From the 8,000 negatives that comprise the Conlan collection, 330 have been selected for the 1992 edition. The cards in the 1992 set are numbered. Already did that. Over the next several years, new editions will be issued annually, featuring different photographs from the collection. So that's what these are, in case you've ever seen these Conlan cards. They are black and white. There's a few, I think, towards the end that they made like short print versions of. But King Carl, these are, it gives different types on here. It says nicknames. So you have some nicknames, and then some will have the year they were with a certain team, from 1892 to 1992. I don't think that 100%. It must have been probably the baseball team for the Cardinals, 1892 to 1992. Either that or it's a typo. Maybe it was 1892 to 8. No, I don't know. Interesting. But King Carl, New York's giant pitcher. They do a little write-up, kind of sporty news type setup there. Carl Hubble was his real name. Carl Hubble. Which he is a Hall of Famer. Okay, so I'll probably just pile them all up here. Matter of fact, why don't we go, oops, right here for these guys. Hi, the Fanatic Card Guru. You can say hi, but I believe he was taken off. He usually takes off pretty quick when he is, because he's probably feeling a little bit of discomfort still from his surgery. But let's do this, and we'll set these here. Lon Warneke, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher from 1939. Eddie Dyer. See, Warneke? Warneke? Is not a Hall of Famer, but Eddie Dyer is not a Hall of Famer. So we'll just go through these and highlight some of them out. Trivia, Freddie Lindstrom. God was with the Senators. 1924. Johnny Markham. Boston Red Sox pitcher, 1936. Heine Zimmerman. Chicago Cubs third baseman, 1912. We don't have any Hall of Famers with the last name starting with C yet. Bump Hadley, St. Louis Browns pitcher, 1933. Bobby Veach, Detroit Tigers outfielder, 1917. Clark Griffith, Washington Senators pitcher, 1914. Griffith? Is Griffith in the Hall of Fame? Probably Clark Griffith. Yes, Clark Griffith is a Hall of Famer. All right, Ken Williams with the Boston Red Sox outfielder. Why not in the Hall of Fame? I like how they put these different banners on there. And then Ivy Andrews, St. Louis Browns pitcher, 1936. Then we've got Charlie Berry, Philadelphia Athletic catcher, 1934. Looks like he played in 2 sports. Let's see on here where it mentions the other sport. Oh, okay. He was a head linesman for the NFL and officiated in 12 championship games. That's pretty cool. Baseball and Football Association. George Mogridge, Washington Senators pitcher, 1925. Then we've got Charles Robertson, pitched a no-hitter, White Sox versus the Tigers on April 30th, 1922. And then Hooks Wiltz, Phillies versus the Giants, also pitched a no-hitter on July 4th, 1908. I'm pretty sure it was 1908. So, interesting different stats on some of those cards for sure. All right. Next up to bat here is pack number 2. Okay. We got Herb Pennock, Boston Red Sox pitcher, 1934. Herb Pennock. Pennock. Hall of Famer, just like it does state there. Terry Moore, St. Louis Cardinals, outfielder, 1935. Yeah, that must, why is it 2 different players? So it's probably not an error, but it does say it's probably the Cardinals. Pitchers from the Cardinals, 1892 to 1992. Is my guess. Terry Moore, St. Louis Cardinals outfielder, 1935. And Bill Sherdell, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher, 1929. Earl Averill, homered in his first at-bat on opening day in 1933. Earl Averill, Hall of Famer. Fred Hoffman, St. Louis Browns manager, 1939. The Mechanical Man, nicknames for the Detroit Tigers, second base, 1934. Charlie Gehringer, the Mechanical Man. Must have been meticulous in how he played the game. Chuck Klein with the Philadelphia Phillies, 1933, Triple Crown winner. Buck Krause, Chicago White Sox catcher, 1930. Jim Bagby, Cleveland Indians pitcher, 1917, 75 years ago. Highlights. Babe Adams, Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher, 1918. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Pretty sure you read the backs of these cards. That's what a lot of people don't do. They look at them and say, cool card, cool card, cool card. Sometimes, like especially the Sporting News, they did a nice little. You can imagine on a set this size how long it took to put these backs together. They were probably planning these different series years in advance as they got through each one. But that's a lot of history contained on the back of these cards. In case you're wondering what the back does look like. They are all pretty much fun-filled stats on the back, that's for sure. You can see this is card number 443 out of the humongous, well over 1,003 or 400 cards in this set. I think Boomslang put in there earlier in the chat how many cards were in this complete set. Was it 1,500 or... Let me see if I can go back in the chat here to where... Oh no, it won't let me go back that far, huh? That's not nice. Let me see if I can get over here in the other chat. Go back enough time. There you go, 1,000. I think it was actually a little bit more than 1,320 cards. I'm pretty sure it's 1,400 and something. I think the last small set has some of the nicer, different type cards in it. And I think it was 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It's either that or close to 1,500 cards. I'm pretty sure. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I know it's... So 1,320 total. Yeah. It is a lot. I know that for sure. But, see, this one's 333. But Billy Herman, Professionalism in 1932. Okay, not counting the blue, green, and red border cards. Yeah, I do have some of those, and there's some special insert type cards. I think I've got some of those. I know I've got the special Conlan card for Conlan himself, that there was a special card that was made that wasn't included in these yet. There was only a certain way you could get those. I think I've got one or two of those. I think I've got a few of those. Frank Grube, Chicago White Sox catcher. But thanks there, Mickey. You probably have that from the trading card database or something, but I know it's boom. It's a beautiful, it's black and white. That's the only thing you got to put up with, but that's back in the day when he was taking all these pictures. The only way to get them turned into color is for them to colorize them. And they'd have to know that distinct features of the colors of the uniforms and everything back in the day to make it colorized. Just like they colorized all the black and white movies. Now with all the digital enhancements they can do, they can make it look a lot more. And they could probably turn this whole set into a color collection. If they went back into all the printing plates, if they still had them for these, and then added color into it. But Dazzy Vance, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher, 1934. Jesse Barnes, Phillies versus the Giants, May 7th, 1922, no-hitter. Looks like they complete the pack out with 2 no-hitters. Knapp Rucker, Braves versus the Dodgers on September 5th, 1908. So, interesting there. Now we've got 4 Babe Ruth packs to go. I think there's 10 cards in each, so we'll get 40 cards out of these 4 packs. Let me get a sip of water real quick. Okay. Oh, I gotta get I should have my newer list up there, my new list of Hall of Famers. This is even more up to date than my other list, but I am using that for something else. You know what? I don't think we've got to them. I think, yeah, I had them. So Fowler. So I haven't even gotten up to those. So I could use this as the main one. Use this for my other project until I get to, was that Fowler? Yeah, Bud Fowler, I think, was in there, wasn't he? He's a newer Hall of Famer, and as far as I know, Fowler. I just go ahead and mark this for now. There we go. Let me go here, put that one away for now. I use that for a different project anyway. There we go, I can see. Now I know when the new change takes effect, which is good. I don't have to add anybody new till I catch up to Fowler, unless we have the 2023s by then. But I don't know if I'll get that far this year. We'll see. Hey, 35 sports cards and memorabilia says, hello Donald everyone, sorry, we just finished up supper. No problem, no problem. I'm going to go through these 4 packs of Babe Ruth cards. I always like, anytime I can talk about Babe Ruth and his special set of cards that he has. There is, I'm trying to remember how many cards are in this set again. It said it on the front, 165. Of course, it's the 2 checklists at the end, 164 and 165. This is a 1992 Mega Cards production, another black and white one. So a year in review. Wins American League MVP back in 1923. And you can see how big Babe Ruth was compared to the catcher and the umpire there. My word. Remember, he was a good slugger and a good pitcher. Scoreless inning streak soars in 1918. There we go. Place in history. Lifetime. 11 seasons with 40-plus home runs. 1924. Next up to that, we have Peace in History. World Series, 37 runs in 1928. Then we've got Career Highlights, 3 home runs in a World Series game, 1928. Then we've got here Trivia, Hub Pruitt, Babe Buster. Then we've got, of course, the Bambino, the man, the Babe's early childhood photo. Interesting clothes back in the day. And then the Bambino, the man, wanted to be a manager. Then, Being Remembered by Wes Farrell, 1930. And of course, our checklist for the 165 card set. So it must have had 1 through 83 on the first checklist, and then 84 through 165 in the second one. There's relics in this set, or anything like this. I believe there were some relics back in the day on this. If it's not this set, it's a different set, but I do have a Babe Ruth set. I don't know for sure if you found them in the cello packs, because they'd be easy to be searched. That's for sure. But I'd have to look through my Babe Ruth binder. I have 2 different Babe Ruth sets. If it wasn't the this type set, it would have definitely been it doesn't say on the plastic wrapper, so I don't know for sure on that one. Probably Boom Slang would know that for sure, maybe, if he's able to look things up. Year in review, won 17 of his last 21 decisions in 1915. Another year in review, blasts over 40 home runs for the 11th time in 1932. He's got his place in history, first to fan 1,000 times in 1929. Can you imagine striking out 1,000 times? That's a lot of strikeouts. Did he fan that many, or did he... he took big cuts. So he either hit the ball or he didn't. Struck out in big fashion. Place in history, season 119 extra base hits in 1947. Then we've got career highlights. Babe's first home run record, 29 in 1919. Then we've got career highlights. In 1934, Bonsai Babe Russo, the Babe in Japan. Oh my, can you imagine Babe Ruth in Japan? A real tall person with mostly short Japanese players. That must have been a scene to behold. All right, then we've got the Sultan of Swat, first to hit 30, 40, 50, and 60 home runs in a season. Okay, the Bambino, the Man, the Babe, and Miller Huggins. Makes Miller Huggins look short there next to him. The Bambino, the Man, the Johnny Sylvester story. And Being Remembered by Lloyd Weiner and Wade Hoyt in 1948. Nice little set here. I always kind of like this one. Babe Ruth never struck out. Oh, okay, so he was the first one to probably strike out 1,000 people for his pitching. Was he that good a pitcher that he struck out 1,000? I'm trying to think what they were talking about. Let me see. Now you got me convinced here. Just look at that card there. See what it says. First to fan 1,000 times. So before Babe came along, striking out was an embarrassment. The batter's job was to make contact, to find a hole and hit 'em where they ain't. Babe took big cuts. When he connected, he hit the ball farther than anyone. When he missed big. He would swing so hard his whole body would twist, and he would end up facing nearly behind the plate. Not surprisingly, he often led the league in strikeouts. Ruth had the dubious distinction of being the first player to fan 1,000 times in a career. When he retired, he held the record for most whiffs with 1,330. Yet he never fanned more than 93 times in one season, a far cry from the 150 or more common to long ball hitters today. Babe's 1,330 Ks now rank about 40th and drop a notch or two every year as active players pass him. He struck out 1,330 times. No more than 93 times in one season. What? Babe Ruth? See? An unknown fact in these cards. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen him where he swung and missed. But when he made contact, he definitely hit the ball. Never more than 93 times in a season. That must have been his highest season that he had. 93 times he struck out. Well, no knock on the door yet, so far we are safe. Hopefully they'll call right after I end the live stream to tell us what time we got to be at the hospital tomorrow. Okay, year in review. The best year any batter ever had, 1921. World Series warms bench after 18-8 season in 1915. His place in history, lifetime, 8.5 home run percentage. 8.5 home run percentage. 1934. Place in history, World Series, .087 ERA. He was a pretty good pitcher then back in the day. Career highlights. Babe and Lou smacked 107 home runs in 1927. Trivia, a perfect punch. A perfect punch in 1915. The Sultan of Swat, again, Babe at bat, 1932. The Bambino the Man, he often played hurt. Whether he was hurt or not, he would play the game, kind of like Cal Ripken Jr. with his humongous streak he had. Being Remembered by Mel Allen in 1923. Our last card in this set's a drawing. Being Remembered. Heading for home. So long, kids. Must have hit the home run and he had to... Oh. Being Remembered. Heading for home in heaven. On August 16, 1948, Babe Ruth passed away. For days, hundreds of children had stood outside the hospital, looking up at the window, hoping for a glimpse of him. Total strangers would stop and say a prayer. There were tens of thousands of cards and piles of flowers. Now he was gone, and tributes began pouring in. President Truman said, "A whole generation of boys, now grown to manhood, will mourn the passing of the home run king of the baseball world." The Babe's body was placed in the rotunda of Yankee Stadium, and in 2 days, from early morning till midnight, more than 100,000 people filed by, saying a final farewell. There we go. A tribute to He Brought the Boom. There we go. Fake news. Laugh out loud. He never struck out. That's okay there, Biggie Eric. I was going to say, I didn't think that was the way I kind of read the card, but I didn't read the back, so now we know it a little bit more. So Babe Ruth lifetime batting statistics in 1925. We have his whole career up here from when he was with Boston, New York, and then his last year with Boston. They give all his stats and they say for runs, he was in second place. Home runs, he was in second place in 1992. Second place for RBIs with 2,211, 714 home runs. And 11th overall for batting average at 342. Year in review, the best baseball team in history in 1927. That's a pretty cool looking card. Too bad that was not autographed that way. That would have been a cool card to have if it was really autographed. But it shows World Series belts, 4 home runs in losing cause. Louisville Slugger. We always use the Louisville Slugger, Babe Ruth, Rogers Hornsby, in the World Series of 1926. All right, next. Place in History season with 9 shutouts in 1960. Place in History World Series a .744 slugging average in 1927. Career highlights: The Called Shot, The Doubters, 1948. 1926 trivia: Babe used a 54-ounce bat. That's probably a pretty heavy bat. Divide that by 16 ounces in a pound. 32, 3, 48. Almost like a 3.5-pound bat. 3.5-pound bat. Slightly over 3.5 pounds. Interesting. Wow. The Bambino, the Man. The Babe's nicknames. The Bambino, the Man. Babe contributes to the war effort. And being remembered by daughter Dorothy. 1926. Babe and his daughter Dorothy before a game. They always say, what was it? Oh yeah, they always put a footnote in there on, my, there's so much knowledge on this stuff. About the photo, Babe strikes skies one during a second war bond drive exhibition. This time at the Polo Grounds, and they tell you even that date, 8/27/43. My word. Lots of information on the back of these cards. If you like reading up on the history, that's a good way to go. That's for sure. So there we go. We got one checklist out of that one, out of the 165 card set for 40 cards for Babe Ruth. These, because I do have the complete set of the Babe Ruth. This set and another Babe. I think it might be the other Babe Ruth set that I have. That has, I have them in a binder. So, but I will set this one aside. So we have the Conlan cards here. Almost the same amount of cards. There was only 2 packs, 30 cards there, and 40 cards here. We did get a Dave Fleming star rookie with the Mariners. Got a Cal Ripken Jr., Mike Mussina with the 92 Upper Deck. Roger Clemens with the 92 Upper Deck, best right-handed pitcher. Diamond Skills. Some mean cards. Our single card so far for the month of March includes that $10 super chat by Cardinals fan 1990 and Blue Jays fan earlier. Do appreciate that. Cardinals fans going to be going to the induction this summer for the 2020 inductees. The heck? Oh, did I hit the wrong? I did. I hit the wrong button on that refresh. So, boom, boom, boom. We'll leave that there for a moment. We'll get ready. We got almost our hour stream in here for today. Did get on a couple minutes late. What? Babe Ruth? Fake news, laugh out loud. He brought the boom. Hopefully you guys are having a good day today. Again, most likely, depending on how tomorrow goes, with my wife's surgery, what time she has to be at the hospital, in a recovery stage, and then by the time I get to bring her home tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes well, pray that everything will go well so that she can come home and not have to spend the night in the hospital. But yeah, so other than that, we will see you all Thursday for sure. Maybe I might be able to squeak some time in here for tomorrow for a live stream. we'll just see how the day ends up. Prayers for a smooth day. Exactly. Thank you there, Biggie Hurt 35 Sports Cards. Appreciate that very much. So I'm going to get off the stream here for now. And I might be going through and making, what do they call those short little clips? They have a name for them. I'm trying to remember what they call them now. But you can now have a feature where you can do about a 1 minute clip for those quick little things that they do. Oh, you're turning off. My printer just turned off due to inactivity, but that's okay. But yeah, so I might do different things like that to just post. I might go back and watch some of my shorter videos and cut some clips out and share them. I'm trying to remember what they call that. But there's a section now they put on your homepage in your channel where you got those little shorts. Shorts, I think that's what they're called. But you can create a clip to make one of those shorts. And I'm going to do something with that on the channel to make easier content for people to watch, to get more viewership of my content. And if I do that, I'll probably put it somehow on the channel in a playlist so that people can go through and watch some of that content too. But other than that, I might go through some of my... I got to start putting notes in there when I get big hits, when I open up products. But other than that, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed Tuesday evening, wherever you are in the United States or around the world watching this. But I do appreciate the support in the channel. I appreciate everybody that's here. And we will definitely see you all around the channels. So until then, I'm going to say this has been Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and more with Sports Talk Tuesday. And these miscellaneous packs, opening of 7 packs of cards. It was fun. And we'll see you all most likely Thursday, unless I can squeeze in a stream tomorrow. So you all take care, and we will see you again soon. Bye for now.